Hello, this is Jay from Cucumber Shop, and this is a Spreada Tarantino cucumber variety. But today, I'm not talking about that. Today, we're going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about some disease problems. So, over here and back there, I had some major diseases. And the plants were dying and doing very, very poorly, growing slowly, doing poorly. And eventually I figured out I most likely had gummy stem blight. So that was really bad. And so I decided to do something about it. And so what I did was I involved these guys right here. These are tree collards, and they also call them tree kale. Perennial collards, tree kale, whatever you want to call it. And once you get these established in a moderate climate, they can sometimes be difficult to get rid of. But today, I'm going to talk about using those to clean out the soil, to rejuvenate the soil, or at least, to pasteurize the soil. So to pasteurize the soil, I use a 3 combination method here. I use heat. So I'm going to take this soil and I'm going to add some liquid to it, some water. And what that will allow it to do is when I bag it up, I'll put it in this greenhouse right here. And in the greenhouse, it'll get very hot, well over 90 during the day. My sweet potatoes that are sprouting in there, my sweet potato slips, they can take that. But most other plants can't. And in a double bag plastic bag, not much will be able to take that, and it'll pasteurize everything. And then I have the tree collards, and then I have some high nitrogen fish fertilizer here, fish emulsion that I put in a liquid, so I could have my liquid and the fish emulsion, which is a high nitrogen fertilizer. So what I'm doing here is I'm using radiant heat to kill off pathogens. I'm using chemical heat from the fish emulsion from a high nitrogen source, and I'm using what they call biofumigation from these collards. These collards will break down and actually fumigate the soil. So it's a kind of a 1-2-3 punch of heat, chemical, and biological. So it works really well. I guess the results are right here. I just planted these not so long ago, and they are doing fantastic. Had no transplant shock at all, and they just grew fantastic. I started them in 2-inch soil blocks, then put them in strawberry baskets and went from there. So what I'm going to do is put all this in with the soil, and it will smell like collards terribly. And then I'm going to add, if I can, add some of this beautiful stuff. I'll tell you, fish emulsion, if you've never smelled it before, it's something else. It's a wonderful stuff. It doesn't always smell so wonderful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to double bag it. And I'll finish bagging it later, but I just wanted to show you kind of where I put it. And I put it in here, in my greenhouse. And I put the bag right here, and I actually get it a lot tighter than this. And kind of fold it over, close everything up so it's nice and tight. And that is going to heat for, that's going to stay in there for 2, 3, 4, or 5 days. And then the reason I did that is because I was having the same problem. Over here I was having gummy stem blight, so that is how I am fighting the gummy stem blight. So I've got my little transplants in strawberry baskets. I kept a couple extra transplants just in case something ended up dying. And lo and behold, I had a couple spots where things were dying because of the gummy stem blight. Take care of that. So my plans are this next winter season, I'm going to grow all brassicas in here, and then going to till it in and do the biofumigation. Then I'm going to do fava beans to add nitrogen back to soil, add life back to soil, worm castings, homemade compost, that kind of thing. Again, this is Jay with Cucumber Shop, talking about my triple method for biofumigation or sterilizing the soil to be able to get back to growing. Thank you so much, and happy gardening.